you start?
Yeah. Oh,
We're good.
sorry. Coach, can you start us off with an opening statement, please, on
Yeah.
the game?
Gonna sound really, really boring. I think as a coach, I don't get too high with the highs or too low with the lows. I think there were some people when we played our first 3 games of the season on the road, a little concerned in terms of how we were doing. I think it's not very easy to go play on the road in this league, as tonight's game showed. Good performance by our group, good performance by our fans, an awesome result, and gives us something to build on for the next 2 games at home.
You guys have struggled to score goals and then to see Djiby score 4. What does that mean for you guys?
It was awesome. Obviously, congratulations to Djiby for scoring the 4 goals. That's amazing. I think congratulations to the whole team, and I think Djiby will be the first one to say this. The service into him tonight was very, very good. And obviously, it's a team sport. But congratulations to him getting the 4 goals. But congrats to the whole team. I think we looked dangerous. We created a lot of opportunities. I think the positive is on the flip side. We really put in a good performance out of possession. I think our group was very, very sound defensively through the course of the 90 minutes. And we just had a chat with the players, and obviously congratulations to Mitch on getting a clean sheet in our back 4. But that was a team effort to prevent St. Louis from getting on the board.
How much of a jolt was it for you, Alan, just to be here at home and kind of have the crowd and put on a show like this for this team?
Yeah, it was awesome. I've been in this game for a long, long time, and that was a pretty special environment tonight. You can feel it. I think the players could feel it. It was great that we were 2-0 up at halftime. The players put in a good shift in the first 45 minutes, but you could really feel the fans getting behind the guys. And we went out and got the result as a team, but we also got it for the fans in the city, and great feeling tonight.
Alan, you correctly pointed out that you were out of possession for the majority of the match. What are the keys? I mean, I don't think St. Louis had, if they had a shot on goal, they didn't have many. How do you do that?
We always have a game plan every game. The last game we were in Bethlehem, obviously we had to throw that out the window after a few minutes in the game. But tonight we definitely had a good game plan, and we went out and we executed. One way to prevent a team from trying to get through you is obviously make sure you're goal side when they have the ball, which takes a lot of work. Kadeem Dake ran his backside off tonight. He was getting up and down. He looked dangerous going forward, but he put a great effort in to get back defensively too. Kenny and Corbin did the same thing in the midfield too, and so did Aiden. But making sure you're goal side and making it very, very difficult for them to play through you by being nice and compact. And I think the fact that we're compact out of possession obviously allowed us to squeeze them a little bit out of the game.
Coach, we talked earlier in the week about taking care of the ball in routine situations. How do you feel the team responded to that tonight?
Yeah, very, very well. I think we struggled with that a little bit on the road in the first 3 games. I think tonight we really, really took care of the ball, and you could feel the confidence was infectious. It grew amongst the group. We went out and we maintained possession at the end, and we really finished off the game and made a little bit of a stamp through the course of those 90 minutes.
I know it's still really early, but to get 3 points against St. Louis, who was at the top of the table, what is significant?
Yeah, it's great for us. Obviously, they're at the top of the table, but it's early days. The team at the top may finish at the top, they may finish at the bottom. The team at the bottom may finish at the bottom, they may finish at the top 2. But St. Louis is a very, very good group, well coached. We know they're a good team. We know they'll be there or thereabouts at the end of the season. So it was great for us to get the 3 points tonight. We'll put it behind us, obviously, as quickly as we can, and we'll learn through what they went through this week. They had 3 games in the space of the week. We've got 3 games in the space of the week this week too. So it's not going to be easy. Every game gets more and more difficult as you move ahead. But we'll let the guys enjoy this tonight, rest tomorrow, and come back Monday and Tuesday and get ourselves ready for a big battle against some big names in Tampa Bay on Wednesday.
How nice is it to have a goal scorer, 6 goals within the first 4 games?
Djiby's not going to like me for saying this, but I don't care who scores the goals. I'm happy for him, but for us as a team, it doesn't matter who scores the goals, obviously. And I think a few other guys look dangerous tonight, which obviously we're very happy that Djiby can score goals, but we also know the other guys in the group can also step up and score when the opportunities are going to present themselves.
Did it feel like this was a long time coming just because the first couple games, those opportunities weren't always there shooting-wise?
Yeah, you know what? This sounds boring yet again. It's a process. Obviously, we've been through a transition as a club. Making a transition in preseason is not easy. We've really had to hit the ground running as quickly as we can through the course of preseason, and going into those first 3 games on the road wasn't easy for our group, and it takes time to put something in place. I think the game plan tonight worked to perfection. and we'll continue to work with the group to make sure we have the right game plan for every game. But it is gratifying tonight, obviously, to play at home in front of a crowd like that and get a nice 3 points.
Alan, I asked you about it at the time of Djiby's acquisition, and you were a little bit cagey about it, but it seems like an apt time to kind of go back and revisit his acquisition.
Yeah.
Can you go into more detail about how that came about and the
Yeah.
connection? You mentioned some connections you had at the time.
Yeah.
Would you mind going into a little more detail about how this came about?
Yeah, my agent knows Djiby, so
Oh.
that's the that's the connection. Obviously, it's a big world and it's a big game, but lots of people know each other, and obviously you tap into your network. So that's how we managed to get him, and we're very, very happy that he's here.
Can you give us any insight into the formation change and the thought process that went into that, and how it obviously worked out?
Yeah. Well, we knew St. Louis were going to be very, very good in the middle of the park. They actually changed their formation a little bit tonight for the game too. Or was that because they're playing against us? Is it the field? Is it the third game in the space of a week? Who knows? But we adjusted a little bit because of them, but also obviously playing here on Nippert too. We wanted to make sure we can maximize using the width on the pitch, and I think it showed. Matt was fantastic getting up and down the flank as a right back. I think Tyler did the same thing too on his side, and then you could see Victor and Kadim also had a lot of success utilizing the flanks. So we had Aiden, Corbin, and Kenny in the middle, a minor little tweak in the middle. I think it worked for us to allow us to work through the middle of the park, but when you work through the middle, it draws them in and creates space for you, obviously, on the outsides too.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Questions for Djiby?
Had you ever scored 4 goals in a game before, Djiby?
Oh, it's my first time, but I scored a lot of hat-trick, but this is my first time I scored 4 goals.
How did it feel to be able to do that, especially get the hat trick and the 4th goal in the supporters' end there?
Yeah, I'm very happy, but I want to congratulate my teammate. Without them, I cannot score 4 goals. I get a lot of great ball in the box, and we talk a lot in the training how to use me and yeah, how we have to do to help each other. So I think in general I have to congratulate my team. I'm very happy for them. The way we played today was good, and we get a lot of chance, and yeah, I scored. So I think it's the team who deserve it, not only me.
Any other questions?
You've played in places like Russia, Norway, Belgium. What was the atmosphere here in Cincinnati like?
Today I was so impressed about that, this atmosphere, because I see this kind of atmosphere only when I play the Europe League game. I remember when I play in England, when we played against Fulham, something like the stadium was so full in Fenerbahce, for example. But today it looked like the same. And I think to play like this is only the football player what he needs. You have just to enjoy, have fun, and that was what was happening today. And we have to say thank you for our fans. We see this, the support. So we have a long way to do now. I think we're going to be all together to reach what we want.
Has it been easy transitioning into USL play? Has it been easy to play in USL, or has it been compared to playing abroad?
Easy.
Or easier to come here and play? Do you feel comfortable playing?
No, it's anyway, it's not easy. You have to just focus for your job, be professional, and try to make it good. And sometimes when everything is good, people think it's easy, but we work a lot, every single day with the team. So it's not easy, But I'm so happy to be here, and because the club gives me a lot of confidence. And before I come, I see, they tell me what's going to happen in here. And I was so happy to be here and try to help the boy around here. So I think it's going to be so fun.
Thank you. Thank you, Djiby. Any questions for Matt Bahner?
Matt, throwing out a first pitch at a Reds game, keep a clean sheet, assist on the first goal at home this season. Is this better than you imagine your homecoming would be?
Yeah, I think that sums it up. The last 24 hours have been unbelievable. I don't think words can describe it. I think maybe we need to set up me throwing out the first pitch every Friday night. So maybe we can work that out. But yeah, it's been unbelievable. I've had this date circled on the calendar for ever since I came back, and the city of Cincinnati did not disappoint. I mean, it was unbelievable.
Did you have friends, family here?
Absolutely, yeah. I had a lot of friends, a lot of family. So I'm thankful to have them in the seats and supporting me, and I'm happy to be able to put a good performance and the team all together getting a good win.
You nearly had the first goal of the night, and then Djiby kind of won up you a little bit there. To see you score 4 goals though, and to be around that and see a record for this club, what was that like for you?
It's great. I mean, you want your center forward scoring goals to get their confidence up, and Alan said it doesn't matter who scored goals, but at the same time, we certainly want Djiby to score goals. So, it's great to see, and really happy for him. I'm glad that he and I, finally got on the same page. We've been working on it since the beginning of the year. Been working on my crossing, and what better night, homecoming night to put a great ball in, and Djiby put a great header in.
Was it a relief for you guys to come home and get this crowd, get this kind of electric atmosphere, and play the way you guys did tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Alan said it's a process. So, it's always tough going on the road, no matter who you're playing. So that was difficult, and I think after the Bethlehem game, I think we all kind of had a little reflection, and it kind of refocused us. And what better way to to get all the demons at home, in front of a record crowd, and I think we showed very well tonight. So we'll just try and keep that going.
Matt, how do you make sense of growing up in this region, which was obviously didn't have a professional soccer team of anywhere close to this caliber growing up, and then to arrive at this stage of your career tonight? How do you make sense of that?
I don't know. I really don't know. Like I said, it's hard to put into words. I never expected to be here, but I'm very thankful, very very humbled and honored to be with FCC now, and to be a part of a club in an organization that's top class like this. That's all you can really ask for. So all I can do is just put a good foot forward every day, and that's what I'm striving to do.
It seemed like you covered a good bit of ground tonight. Did you think anyone was affected by the size of the pitch? Obviously, you weren't here last year, but it was significantly larger than it was this time last year.
Yeah, I think having a bigger pitch for a team that likes to play like ourselves certainly helps. It gives us more space. So yeah, absolutely. I mean, we play on Nippert, every day, so we're comfortable on the turf, and so yeah, absolutely. I think that certainly helps.
Played in USL a number of years ago before heading off to Jacksonville in ASL. Now you're back in USL again. Did you ever think this is what this league could be?
At the time I was in the league, I didn't expect it. Didn't know, what was going on. But having been, being back now, the growth has been unbelievable. And it's great to see for soccer in the United States. This is what you need. You need, lower division leagues to really, help prop up, the higher leagues, and you're really seeing that now. And FCC is a great example of that. And we're just gonna, keep trying to strive for, to be the greatest that we can each day. So, yeah.
Does it feel like a lower league?
I don't think so. That was one of the big reasons I came here. I reached out to a lot of people. I know a lot of guys on the team, and everything I've heard was it was top class, and you can't get much better than this, no matter what league you're in. So that was a big reason why I felt like it was a great opportunity to come back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.